These are countries that have changed their flags. In 1785, Spain updated its flag from a white background with a red cross to 3 horizontal stripes of red, yellow and red, adding the national coat of arms to symbolize unity and sovereignty. This change was initiated by Charles III to differentiate Spanish ships from those of other nations, with the colors and coat of arms representing the strength, wealth and global power of the Spanish Empire. In 1801, the United Kingdom's flag was updated to incorporate the red diagonal cross of St. Patrick to represent Ireland alongside the crosses of St. George for England and St. Andrew for Scotland, following the Act of Union. This redesign aimed to visually symbolize the political and administrative union of Great Britain and Ireland, reflecting the unity and shared identity of the nations within the United Kingdom. In 1823, following the dissolution of the Mexican Empire, Mexico introduced a new flag featuring green, white and red vertical stripes and a central coat of arms, thus establishing the identity of the modern flag. This change was made to represent the country's independence and the principles of the newly established republic. Green for hope and independence, white for unity and purity, and red for the blood of national heroes. In 1831, Belgium modified its flag from horizontal to vertical black, yellow and red stripes after gaining independence in 1830, distinguishing it from the Dutch flag and reflecting the Duchy of Brabant's colors. This alteration aimed to solidify national identity and sovereignty with the vertical orientation and Brabant colors, symbolizing Belgium's historical heritage and the unity of its people. In 1868, Japan adopted a new flag with a white field and central red disc, symbolizing the sun, to mark the Meiji Restoration's era of modernization and unity, moving away from the Tokugawa shogunate symbols. This transition to the rising sun flag represented Japan's emergence as a unified sovereign nation, embracing enlightenment and progress while honoring its divine imperial lineage. In 1889, Switzerland standardized its red flag with a white cross, unifying national symbols and reinforcing Swiss identity and historical continuity, especially the white cross emblem of the Confederation and military. This decision underscored Switzerland's commitment to neutrality, democracy and federal unity, reflecting the country's deep-rooted values and the collective identity of its cantons. After Brazil became a republic in 1889, it briefly used a flag with green and yellow stripes and a starry blue canton, soon replaced by the current design with a green field and yellow rhombus. This change aimed to maintain a link with the country's imperial past while symbolizing its rich natural resources and the unity of its people under a new republican government. In 1906, after dissolving its union with Norway, Sweden adopted a flag law formalizing a brighter shade of blue for its flag, emphasizing national identity and sovereignty post-union. This update highlighted Sweden's independence and distinct heritage, with the blue and yellow colors reflecting the Swedish landscape and history, symbolizing the sky and the sun to foster a sense of pride and unity among its people. After World War I in 1918, Austria adopted a red-white-red flag to mark its independence and democratic aspirations, moving away from the yellow and black Habsburg monarchy flag. This transition underscored Austria's new identity as a sovereign republic, distancing itself from its imperial past and embracing the values of democracy and national unity. In 1918, Germany replaced its black, white and red empire flag with black, red and gold horizontal stripes, reflecting the Weimar Republic's democratic ideals and the liberal nationalist vision for freedom. This flag underwent a change when the Nazis rose to power but was reinstated after the end of World War II, symbolizing Germany's return to democratic values and the rejection of totalitarianism. Before its annexation by Saudi Arabia in 1921, the Emirate of Jabal Shammar flew a flag with a red field, featuring a yellow crescent and star. This was replaced by Saudi Arabia's green flag, bearing the white shahada and a sword, after their victory. The new flag symbolizes Islam and the House of Saud's authority, marking the kingdom's unification under their rule. In 1936, Turkey standardized its flag to a brighter red with a smaller crescent and star, legally defining its appearance and distinguishing it from the Ottoman flag to reflect the modern republic's identity. This adjustment underscored Turkey's transition from empire to a secular democratic state, emphasizing national unity and the reforms of the Kemalist era. After Korea's liberation in 1945, South Korea revised the Taegukgi, first designed in 1882, with the red and blue yin-yang and 4 black trigrams, symbolizing universal balance, adjusting dimensions and color shades. This redesign affirmed South Korea's sovereignty and cultural heritage, reflecting the nation's ideals of peace, balance and harmony in the pursuit of a progressive and unified future. In 1949, China changed its flag to a red background with 5 yellow stars for the People's Republic, replacing the multicolored flag symbolizing the Republic of China's ethnic unity. This new design highlighted the communist victory and the leadership of the Communist Party, with the large star representing the party and the 4 smaller stars symbolizing the unity of the Chinese people under its guidance. In 1953, Egypt shifted from a green flag with a white crescent and 3 stars to a red, white and black tricolor featuring the eagle of Saladin, marking the transition from monarchy to republic. This change symbolized Egypt's newfound independence and sovereignty, with the eagle of Saladin emphasizing strength, power and the country's Islamic and Arab heritage. In 1971, the United Arab Emirates introduced a flag with a vertical red stripe and horizontal green, white and black stripes to celebrate unity and independence, symbolizing courage, prosperity, peace and dignity. This design choice reflected the Federation's core values and aspirations, uniting the 7 Emirates under a banner that embodies their shared heritage and commitment to a harmonious and prosperous future. At its 1975 independence, Suriname introduced a flag with green, white and red bands and a yellow star, symbolizing fertility, justice, progress and unity, replacing the multi-ethnic stars design. This new flag was chosen to represent the nation's hope and determination for a bright future, emphasizing the unity of Suriname's diverse cultural heritage and aspiration towards national development. In 1978, Greece adopted its current flag with 9 blue and white stripes and a blue canton with a white cross, replacing the simpler blue field with a white cross that signified the nation's Christian devotion. This change was made to reflect Greece's rich maritime history and the struggles for independence, with the stripes symbolizing the waves of the Aegean Sea and the cross representing Christian faith. Following the 1979 Iranian Revolution, Iran introduced a new flag in 1980, retaining the green, white and red tricolors but replacing the lion and sun with a stylized Allah emblem symbolizing martyrdom. This emblem, along with the takbir written in white Kufic script, repeated 11 times on each of the green and red bands, represents the Islamic Republic's values and the revolution's ideals. In 1993, Cambodia reverted to its traditional flag with blue, red and blue horizontal stripes and Angkor Wat's image, replacing the UN transitional flag of a sky blue field with Cambodia's map and Khmer script. This return to the historic flag underscored Cambodia's pride in its heritage and the significance of Angkor Wat as a symbol of the nation's soul, emphasizing peace, integrity and Cambodian culture. In 2004, Georgia adopted the 5-cross flag, a white field with a red cross and 4 smaller Bolnisi crosses, replacing the maroon flag with a black and white canton to restore its Christian heritage. This design, deeply rooted in the country's medieval history, reflecting a commitment to national identity and the historical and cultural values that have shaped Georgia over the centuries. In 2006, Congo updated its flag to a sky blue field with a yellow star and red diagonal stripes framed by yellow, symbolizing peace, hope, and the nation's wealth, replacing the old flag with 7 stars. This redesign aimed to reflect a new era of peace and democratic progress. With the sky blue representing the future, the red stripes the struggle for independence and the yellow star for optimism. In 2010, Myanmar adopted a new flag with yellow, green and red horizontal stripes and a central white star to represent solidarity, peace, courage and national unity, moving away from the socialist symbols. This change marked a significant shift in the country's identity, aiming to foster a sense of unity among its diverse ethnic groups and to signify the government's commitment to a new direction. In 2011, Libya reverted to its pre-Gaddafi flag with red, black and green horizontal stripes and a white crescent and star, moving away from the solid green flag of Gaddafi's regime to mark a new democratic era. This return to the Kingdom of Libya's flag from 1951 symbolizes the country's aspiration for freedom and democracy, rejecting Gaddafi's authoritarian rule and reconnecting with its historical roots. In 2020, President Macron subtly changed the French flag's blue segment back to a traditional navy, echoing the French Revolution era, symbolizing a return to French identity and historical values. This adjustment, moving away from the brighter European Union blue, was aimed at reinforcing national pride and France's rich historical legacy, underscoring a deeper connection to the principles that have shaped the nation's journey. In 2021, after the Taliban's takeover, Afghanistan introduced a new flag with a white field and black shahada, marking a departure from the republic's tricolor and symbolizing the shift to Islamic ideology. This change reflects the Taliban's governance and the interpretation of Islamic principles, emphasizing the group's commitment to establishing a regime based on their strict views of Sharia law. In 2022, Honduras switched its flag to turquoise from a darker blue, reflecting new hope and direction under President Xiomara Castro, the country's first female president. This change symbolized a fresh start and the aspiration for social and economic renewal, emphasizing the government's commitment to environmental preservation and gender equality and highlighting a break from past policies. In 2023, South Sudan advised against using a deep blue triangle with a tilted star on its flag, urging the use of a sky blue triangle with an upright star instead, as distributing the old flag reproduction is illegal. This change was made to correct the flag's representation, aligning with the nation's values of unity, peace and hope for the future, and to ensure that the flag accurately reflects the country's identity. In 2023, Kyrgyzstan's parliament and President Sadir Japarov approved a change to the national flag, straightening the sun's rays from a wavy design to more closely resemble sun rays. This modification aimed to reflect a more direct and potent symbol of energy and life, representing the nation's strength, unity, and the bright future ahead, while preserving the core elements of Kyrgyz identity and heritage. Those are several countries that have changed their flags in at least the last 3 centuries. Thank you for watching and subscribe to get more interesting videos.